Hey everybody, how's it going? Froggy Stocks here. Nothing I say is financial advice, entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. This is my opinion on what exactly is going on. I'm going to talk to you about regulators, MOASS, squeeze potentials, and I'm going to define some statements that are being made and some thoughts that are being put out there by people that I completely agree with 99% of the time, and this is no dig at them. I just don't see, I'm thinking another 2 steps ahead and with different variables instead of just sitting here going, well, if the vote doesn't pass, then there will be MOASS, right? If the conversion passes, the theory is that MOASS is canceled and everything's canceled. I personally think it's all canceled anyways. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to read the thread I just wrote. I laid it out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. But I'm going to explain my entire thought process on all this APE stuff. $9 AMC cost average now on your legacy AMC will be a $90 cost average after the reverse split. Your legacy AMC at $9 will be a $90 cost average after the reverse split. The legacy AMC will also lose value due to APE being converted into new AMC from a lower price, and with 1.8x times the float, APE will dilute the legacy AMC. So if you now have a $90 cost average and AMC is converted and it's $40 a share, you just took a 20 to 30% loss, because right now AMC is $6.50 something a share, right? It's not going to convert to $6.50. We're not going to convert APE and then AMC is magically going to be $65. It's going to lose a little bit of value. It's going to probably be in the $40, $45 range. So not only are you now at a $90 cost average, you just lost 20, 30% on your legacy AMC. 100 APEs you own, every 100 APE you own, you will get 10 new AMC shares, right? So for every 100 APE, you will get 10 AMC shares. Meaning if you bought that APE at $1, your new cost average on those 10 AMC shares is $10. But AMC will already be $40 to $45 because of the reverse split. You will gain value from the APEs who lost on legacy AMC. You will gain value into your new AMC shares, and you will be a very successful AMC shareholder if the vote passes. Now, I posted the link to the current proxy statement. I went to page like 14. Here's the formula for the conversion. 100 APEs equals 1 share of Series A preferred stock, which is held by ComputerShare. But 1 Series A preferred stock will give you 10 shares of common stock. So every 100 APEs, you're getting 10 shares of common stock, right? So you can go view that if you want. I also put the link to investor relations to the exact proxy. Boom, there you go. RWK88, try turning off your notifications and then turning them back on. My channel has had problems with that since day one. I don't know what it is. I'll do more research today. So here's the exhibit to tell you what you're going to get for your APE. Now, this is where I get my opinion going here. I'm still beyond confused why people are buying AMC, legacy AMC right now at almost 2.5x the price of APE. It blows my mind. I mean, if you do you, but most likely the conversion reverse split happens in the next 14 days after a good earnings call on the 28th, right? So people who are buying AMC right now at $6.50 are basically giving themselves a $65 cost average. It's crazy. You could literally buy 100 APE for almost 2.5x discount, right? A 2.5 times discount of the price. Get 10 AMC shares at a $25 cost average instead of 1 AMC share at a $65 cost average. It blows my mind. The math works out. Some people are going, why would I buy 100 APE when I can just buy 1 AMC? Because you're not doing the math. You're not seeing the 1-to-1 conversion ratio there. So let's see. The earnings call is the 28th. We're going to have a good earnings call. Cineworld, who's in bankruptcy, Regal, already posted they made $175 million in cash on the books from Avatar, meaning AMC raked in a lot of cash. It's going to be a good earnings call. Plus, I hope Adam Aron drops popcorn in grocery stores. Like, I hope he comes out and says AMC popcorn will be in all Kroger grocery stores within the next month, and the credit cards will start being delivered within the next 2 weeks. That would be absolutely amazing. Moving on. I have 14K APE. This is my position. I have 14K APE at 233, right? And that's after I flipped it a bunch of times. So I've already made money on it. I will end up with 1,400 new AMC after conversion with a cost average of 23.30. AMC will most likely value around $40 post convert and reverse considering the current prices. If AMC then runs, because the shorts, let's say it converts, reverse split, AMC's $40, everybody's in their new positions. The shorts now have all their new AMC shares. They say, hey, we got to start covering at this low price, which is only $4 pre-split. And they're covering with new AMC shares that they got a cost average of under $1 on, right? Under $1. So when they start covering, AMC could run. If we're at 40 and AMC runs to 100, I will literally make $140,000 off of an initial $30,000 investment, right? That is a gain. That is a substantial gain that nobody can come and tell me, oh, that's not even a MOASS squeeze gain, blah, 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 blah. That is a huge gain. That is life-changing money. People need to be realistic. AMC is not going to $100,000. We saw HKD, which was nothing but an institutional load up to launder money out of China, only go to $2,800. AMC is not going to 100K. I don't care who says it. I think you're out of your freaking minds. It's insane. I get the thesis behind it, that there's billions of synthetics out there, but this is when we get into the regulators. This is my point on why, personally, I want the vote to pass. You know, and the people who don't want it to pass, I do not call them a shill. I do not say they're wrong. I just don't agree with them, but I have a lot of respect for them. A lot of my good friends do not want the vote to pass, and I have much respect for them and the work they're putting in on this. But I think they're missing a variable, and it's right here. Regulators like the SEC, FINRA, and exchanges like the NYSE have made it painfully obvious they are not going to let AMC squeeze or MOASS. The corruption is unreal. We all see it. AMC, nothing but halts. Since June, when we went to 72, we have halt, 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 halt. Every time we start going up, they halt the effing stock because they know the shorts are on the wrong side of this, and the big money is with the shorts, with Citi, Credit Suisse, whoever's short on this thing anymore. They know if it starts running, they're going to get blown out. The NYSE, FINRA, and the regulators are looking at it like it's an unfair event because retail FOMO'd into these plays, into these short plays. It was unexpected. And then we basically we basically rallied around the stock for 2 years. They're not going to play ball. They're not going to let this thing squeeze and cause multiple hedge funds and multiple institutions and big banks to lose hundreds of billions of dollars overnight because they didn't control the market, right? The SEC works for the market. FINRA works for the market. The NYSE works for the market. They do not care about you. They do not. If they did, Gary Gensler would have done something already. He's a complete waste of time. As far as market structure works, he does good in the current corrupt market structure, but it's an absolute atrocity what's going on. The NYSE, not even 2 months ago, halted over 88 stocks and reversed orders and cleared the order book. If that doesn't tell you that they're going to pull a London Metals Exchange on you if this thing does start to squeeze before the conversion, then you're blind. I'm sorry, but this is just, the regulators are not going to do the right thing. This is bottom line. So, what happened here? It does look like, however, they agreed to let Adam Aron use APE to create an arbitrage event, which will create new shares of AMC to be used to cover naked shorts and let shorts unwind in a controlled event. We've theorized this in the past. This is the deal. Adam Aaron went to the table and said, you guys got to get off my company. I can't raise capital. You guys are causing a huge situation in the retail community. I got people threatening me. We got people threatening banks. Everybody fighting with each other. It's a freaking mess. It's an absolute mess. So Adam Aaron goes to the table and says, let me do this. Let me make this ape. I found this in the books in our corporate governance from 2013. If I do this, then I'll create an arbitrage event, which a lot of old traders know back in the days of the Chicago exchanges. Arbitrage was a huge thing. It was a daily thing. He created an arbitrage event where shorts could buy up APE to get in really cheap so they could get enough shares to cover their AMC short positions after the conversion at a price that would let them get out without taking massive losses. Now, knowing that ahead of time, knowing this, if you did not get into APE at the sub prices of under $2-3, that is your fault. That is your fault for not understanding the play. Were you forced into the situation? Yes, but you had plenty of time to correct your position, to get into the play, to make sure that you made the money on the way up with the big boys, right? Now, it's really interesting. With this arbitrage event, and at the price that APE is at right now, it is mind-boggling why there is no FOMO happening in on APE right now. But I do believe the closer we get to the 14th, you will see a massive FOMO event of people diving into APE, pushing the price up, and letting AMC go back to hopefully $9. I really think $9.10 is a point where any FOMO on APE, say APE comes to 5 before conversion suddenly, AMC runs $9-10, it converts, and then we have a $60-70 AMC post reverse split price, and then boom, shorts start to cover at the new low price, not because the AMC price is as low as we thought it was going to be, but because the shares they bought of APE that gave them new AMC at super low cost averages put them in the money. So if if new AMC post reverse split runs to $100 after conversion, keep in mind that's only $10 free reverse split. So that's not really a big deal. But if you played arbitrage correctly and you loaded up on APE and this vote passed, it's contingent on the vote passing, right? And you stand to make good money, not just from the run up afterwards, if there is one, but because of the arbitrage gain you're making from all the people who held their legacy AMC. If you're holding your legacy AMC through this, you're going to get a higher cost average and you're going to get diluted. And the dilution that happens to you is going to land in the pocket of the AMC apes who bought APE. It's called freaking APE for a reason, which people still don't seem to comprehend. Anyways, back to the thread. Okay, so we went over how the regulators, I believe, allegedly the regulators and CEO Adam all got together. They had talks. They said, do this event. We're going to control the short covering on the backside of the arbitrage. The fact that the SEC hasn't said a single word about APE units and the Class A depository, in my opinion, means they were on board with AA from the start. If your agenda is to push no vote because you think it will keep MOASS in play, I will say I agree with you on thought process, but not the logic. You have to add in the regulatory variable of them not allowing AMC to squeeze again to levels we saw in June of 2021. That is what I think is going on, in my opinion. I personally believe that AMC MOASS is not going to happen now because we gave them too much time. We could have done it with T0 back in 2021. It would have blew shorts out of the freaking water because it would have been a flash event. You have to have a flash event, a shock and awe. You can't give these guys time. A flash event, a one-to-one security token, basically forcing all the naked shorts into the light, causing too much exposure, the regulators to have to balance it out and have to have shorts cover their positions. When T0 was denied, the MOASS was over, in my opinion. And I will say this too. When people FUD'd out direct registration, I believe the FUD came directly from hedge funds because if the APE community would have rallied around direct registration, right, and we did it in a timely manner at a high volume, the volume and intensity of the direct registration is directly proportionate to the magnitude of the stock price increase, right? That we've seen twice. Me and Froggy Styles educated on people DRS twice. We had 2 runs over 30% at the same time it happened. Adam Aaron came out and said DRS is the way. Basically, he said, you guys wanted something where shorts can't short your stock. I don't know how much more simple you need to define something to get it to work. But the problem is there was people in the community, there was people on YouTube, and I'm just going to say it again. Cat Striker, Bigums, Blunts, Denaro, all these guys, Casey Shaw, they were anti-DRS for so long. Ape Radio was the worst of them, pushing absolute nonsense for over a year and a half, which caused us to get to this point here. And now that we have this event on the table, even though technically I did not want this from the start, I see what's going to happen. It's very probable, in my opinion, and I'm not going to get caught on the sideline going, buy and hodl. I'm buying shares at $7 and they're going to be $70 cost average after this happens. That's what's going to happen. People telling you to go out and buy AMC right now at these high prices. $6.50 share of AMC is going to be $65 afterwards. Blows my mind. It's so irresponsible and ignorant that it just blows my mind. Now, the kicker is there's this huge opportunity on the table that could still cause a squeeze, right? There's still something there. It's called buying APE to the maximum level. I'm not telling you to. I'm just theorizing an event, allegedly, right? If people FOMO'd into APE, which I think is going to happen before the 14th, the closer we get to the 14th, probably after earnings, you're going to see a lot of APE action. I think people are going to load into APE really heavy as long as it doesn't look like there's any type of suspension or halt or anything going to happen from the lawsuits that are being filed, which I don't think there will be, because AMC has a certain amount of time to address these lawsuits. These lawsuits have to be put on docket. They have to have initial hearing. All the evidence has to be considered. The exhibits have to be considered. There's a lot that's got to happen, and it's probably not going to happen before the 14th. But I believe after earnings, the last couple weeks before the conversion, we're going to see an event where institutions even FOMO into APE and retail FOMOs into APE, because you'll see the APE price start popping up. We'll get back to 330 range. Suddenly, AMC will shoot up to like $9, allegedly. I'm just theorizing. And we're going to see the conversion event unfold, and then post-conversion reverse split. Hedge funds that are short, naked short, AMC, will use their new APE converted AMC lower cost average shares to start covering. And maybe we see AMC go to $10-15, which would be 100 to 150. Make a lot of money. I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to take a lot of profit. And then suddenly you're going to see it crash. You're going to see shorts pile back in. You're going to see Antera unload shares like crazy. They're going to take billions in profit. I bet you Antera makes $1 billion. And you're going to see shorts stop covering and start reshorting again, and then AMC is going to crash back down to like $40 or some crap like that. But Adam Aaron will raise $1 billion on the way down, which is the most important thing. So I'm for the conversion reverse split, because I do not believe the APE community has what's required to actually get this thing done. Because if we did, we would have done it in the last 2 years. We put T0, DRS on the table. Nobody wanted any part of it. Everybody fudded it out, attacked me, Tara, Froggy Styles, all of it. I blame the people who fudded out direct registration and T0 for ruining the MOASS. I personally blame you for it. I think a lot of other people would agree with me. And go figure now, after Adam Aaron makes another T0 tweet about how it's bad and going out of business, which is false, they closed their crypto branch down and they're getting ready to stand up on energy futures. T0 is going to become a more involved exchange with futures, other stocks, everything going on. And that's what David Goon is doing with it. He's getting rid of crypto, so the crypto assets do not hold any weight against the legitimacy of their blockchain exchange, holding stocks and futures and whatnot. So there we go. There it is, guys. This is my total opinion. This is exactly where I stand on APE. I'm loaded to the max. The only thing I'm watching for in my risk threshold is if there's any word that the vote is going to be delayed or the conversion is going to be delayed. If I see any of that, I'm absolutely getting out. Let's see here. Let me check some comments. Sorry about my, I'm so nasally, guys. I'm sorry in the morning. It's just ridiculous. Sadly, I think you were right. Roscoe, last hope is a free priority vote. After that, it may be over. Sup, bro? What's up, RWK? Good morning, Sandy. William Weaver, Froggy, if they won't let this run, you think they're just going to allow them to keep selling synthetics until the end of time? They've been doing it for over 20 years, bro. Dude, AMC's not the only play in the book. They've been selling synthetics on every play for over 20 years. If you guys haven't read Flash Boys, this book, hold on, you ready? You guys haven't read this book, Flash Boys? You need to read it. This has been going on for 20, 30 years, what we're fighting right now. Now, I will say, the one thing the ape community has done, you were successful, everybody was successful in this, was bringing a mass amount of attention to the absolute atrocity that was going on in the US stock market. There's been guys like Pedro from Philly, Michael Lewis, Mark Codes. These guys have been waiting for this to get exposed for years, decades. They've been like screaming at the top of their lungs going, look, they're naked short selling, payment for order flow. It's an absolute disaster. So we did do something good. In the Netherlands, we use Hydro app. We cannot buy ape, only sell. Oh, that sucks, man. Yeah, if you're outside the US and you can't buy ape, that sucks. I would try to maybe check another broker. Maybe International Brokers is accessible on it. Jeremy Aaron, Adam Aaron's son, worked at FTX. I don't think he worked at FTX. I think he had ties with FTX and he was invested in it. But that's a good point, Dante. If you guys want to know more about the FTX stuff with Adam Aaron's son, which I think is shady as all get out, and even Trace Trade was involved with Adam Aaron's son, allegedly, from what I'm reading. Go check out Froggy Styles' Twitter, man. You guys, he's posting about it nonstop. He deleted his LinkedIn. I don't doubt it. I do not doubt that he deleted his LinkedIn. Let's see. Eddie Doe, this guy is wrong. Whatever. I don't know what you're saying, Eddie. I know I'm not wrong because I'm already up over 36K and I'm telling you what I see coming is I could be wrong, but I highly doubt that I'm going to be wrong. Let's see. Crazy how AMC is still projected to not be revenue positive at earnings. I hope they beat. I do believe they will beat earnings on revenue and EPS, but they will not be cash flow positive, I don't think. But the movie theater industry is coming back. It's going to take time, but they're doing good. They're bringing in a lot of cash. I will tell you though, in Albuquerque, I live in one of the biggest movie states in the world. Production, New Mexico's huge on making movies, right? They're adding 2 new studios to New Mexico, and there is open casting calls for over 8 different movies right now. You can just go, hey, I want to be an extra in the background, and if they pick you, then you're in a movie. There's a lot of movies being printed out here right now, which is really good. Can vote happen and injunction be placed on impending the results? Potentially. I doubt it, though. The vote, people have already voted, basically. Now, the vote tally and it being confirmed will be on the 14th. And if it passes, how is the Delaware court going to come in and tell Adam Aaron he's ignoring his fiduciary responsibility to his shareholders if the shareholders voted for the vote to pass? Because there is a lot of retail shareholders who want the vote to pass. They want them to raise money. Now, I personally think, yes, the vote passing does take any MOASS off the table. It's just gone, right? But will the regulators let that happen anyways? Probably not. Let's see. Let me take a couple more comments here. I got to tweet something real quick. Second. Oh, come on. 2 seconds, guys. See. It's time to upgrade the PC, y'all. That's what's going on this weekend. I need to go get a new computer. I believe hedge fund gave AA, this from Ryan, AA the whole $13 billion for debt in exchange for a yes vote. He know if we don't get a squeeze, AMC would go bankrupt. Yeah, the regulators and Adam Aaron are most likely probably working together to unwind this entire situation, which has never happened in the market before, right? In this scenario with a yes vote, Adam Aaron gets to raise cash. You have the choice still to drop your legacy AMC and go to APE, but you're taking the risk of potentially the vote not passing, right? Which I think it will. I think it will pass. But retail shareholders and all these hedge funds and these pension funds, they can go play arbitrage right now. And if everybody FOMO'd into APE, then boom, if APE starts running like crazy because people FOMO in, then AMC is going to have to react to it, and that may just trigger the squeeze everybody's looking for. But you still have the same old apes, the same crappy influencers who are out there collecting GoFundMe money, super chats, and selling hats, telling you, no, AMC, buy and hodl AMC. The same tired, dried out thesis that never worked to begin with, that led us from 43 down to 4, right? We've come out on the fly, moving with the momentum, adjusting with the play to make the most money possible. That's what we do here. And I'm right now, I'm looking at AMC and APE, and I'm going, why are people not FOMOing into APE right now? It blows my freaking mind. I think 100's doable, Steven. I hope so. That's the goal. After conversion, I'll take, the arbitrage gain, and hopefully you see shorts covering after conversion, which there's over 22% short interest at a 900% cost to borrow. Reshorting with a 900% cost to borrow is not going to be a good thing, right? So if you can't reshort because you can't afford the premium on it, you have to start covering. To get the cost to borrow to come down, you cover out of your position. With cheap shares of APE you got, suddenly you hit 100, 150 bucks, whatever. Okay, we're clear. Let's reshort the crap out of this at the lower cost to borrow now. So the yes vote is a pathetic attempt at hedging. How ironic. David, you're wrong. You're completely wrong. There's people that own AMC and APE and are voting yes. Anybody telling you if you vote yes, you're a shill, or you vote no, you're a shill, they're the stupidest people on the planet. They're absolutely the dumbest people on the planet. That is a two-dimensional, closed-minded, 8-bit scroller game that they're stuck in. They will be perpetual bag holders. They will never get out of the play. We are on PlayStation 5. We're on PS5 playing Elden Rings here. We're not playing Mario back on 8-bit from 2020, right? This is what we do here. I'd be happy AMC at 20. That would be 200 bucks. That would be a dream come true. When corn costs go down and electricity costs, they will be raking in money. Yeah, you guys, inflation is still affecting the theater greatly. Probably by July, we're really going to see things start to change. Biden is going to have to change his economic policy to get everything in line before midterms, or not midterms, primaries kick up at the end of 2023. If he doesn't, then by 2023, 2024, when Trump comes up and starts running, and he gets the nomination for the Republican Party and becomes president at the end of 2024, whatever, his economic policy is going to be America first, which is going to cause inflation to be lower because he's going to immediately start producing fuel in the U.S., energy independence. Lower fuel costs means lower shipping, means lower grocery prices, lower corn prices because farmers can afford fuel again. It's just that simple. High fuel cost causes inflation. You can end any inflation by lowering fuel costs, by producing more in the U.S. But the problem is the energy companies make more money on higher fuel costs at less volume because they can control the market. So, Twitter call, maybe not today, but I'm sure we'll have a Twitter call probably, what is today? Is today Wednesday? Today's Thursday. Yeah, probably not. I get my kid this weekend. I'm going to take a break, but we will be doing a big one for the earnings call. Change the board. Now, Dante, a board change, you can try to start one, but the APE community is so disorganized and nobody works with each other that I doubt that ever happens. APE got us to 4. Don't twist it. What are your views on the 90-day theatrical window for showing be reduced? Yeah, that's stupid. 90 days should be the standard for movies to be released. There should be no movie on streaming until the 90-day theatrical window's done. That's just more money for the theater. Like, look what happened with Paramount and Top Gun Maverick. They said, we're going to leave it in theater a little longer. And they made billions on that. Should I sell my AMC to buy APE? That's a choice you got to make, man. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I told you my thesis and what I'm doing, but you got to decide what to do for yourself. All right. I've been reading 70% inflation would go away with energy independence. Absolutely. Dude. Energy independence in the U.S. If more fuel companies start producing more fuel in the U.S., that means you have more supply, meaning you can meet demand. And when you have enough supply to meet demand, then the prices can come down so you sell more in volume. Supply and demand, simple factor. And then as the fuel prices come down, it's cheaper to ship, cheaper to grow, cheaper to operate, everything. So you can lower the price of a gallon of milk, you can lower the price of a bag of corn, and then the theater can go, hey, we can reduce prices a little bit too because our corn's cheaper. But Adam Aaron did sign a contract where he had corn for like 3 years, which is smart. Commodities like that, you should get into contracts like that when the prices are cheaper, which probably saved AMC a lot of money. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Please like, sub, share the video, get it out there. This video is important. I think I may retitle it to make it a little more dramatic because it is an important video to me. Unfortunately, I have to go and do clickbait wars with these other tubers sometimes because they come out with titles like, MOASS $500,000, everybody's going to be the richest person in the world. Fucking can't stand it, man. But you guys, thanks for coming. Please like, sub, share, kick it out. Go to my Twitter, read the tweet, comment on it, give me your opinion, respond. I'm not going to give you any hate if you don't agree. And have a good day, man. Check the charts real quick before I go. APE bouncing around, tried to break out a little bit in the pre-market. Still getting tighter and tighter into the falling wedge. So Friday will be probably a day where we see some type of action. AMC taking a little hit this morning. Not really bugged by it. As long as we maintain that yellow trend line there, which is like 555, I'm cool with it. I would love to see it bounce here and then rock it back up and create a new higher low. That would be beautiful. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. Hope you guys make money. Froggy Stonks out.